Good evening, everybody. We'll get started with our Monday Night Net shortly at 1900 hours here local, 7 p.m. Till then, enjoy some dead air. Oh, I need to turn this air conditioner off. It's probably noisy. There we go. Anyway, it's about time to get started. We'll get started here shortly in about 3 minutes. There's Aaron. Buenos dias. ¿Cómo está, señor Aaron? Hello, Misty. How we doing today? Hopefully, audio is a little bit better. Maybe the video is a little bit better. Let me know in the chat if anything's good. Yeah, I got my ears lowered. They were having a sale. Get one haircut, get the rest of them done for free. Anyway, we'll get started here in just a couple of minutes. Misty, how's your weather over there in Ireland? Audio sounds good? Good. Thanks, Aaron. Hopefully it's not choppy. We'll try out this software for a little bit and see how it works for us. Misty, it is hot here. It is almost 100 degrees. Well, it's probably a little over that today. Feels like probably about 109. 29. Oh, man. That's not right, Misty. We need to all go see Misty. Good evening, Colton. We'll get started here momentarily. 29C. Yeah. Jealous for sure. 29C would be nice. Get this radio out of the way. Too many radios in the way. Well, never too many radios. All right. Well, I got 7 o'clock. I guess let's get started. Yep. No Kevin. He's on a cruise over there in Ireland, Misty. Maybe you should see if you can chase him down. I'm sure that's going to be real easy to do. Not. All right. Let's get started. All right. Good evening, everybody. This is KD5 KJZ, and it's now time for the Canton Area Radio Emergency Services Monday Night Net. Name here is Randy. I'll be net control for this evening. I'm located about 4 miles south of Canton off of 198. This net is held Monday evenings at 1900 hours local on the K5VZC repeater at 147.200. It's open to all amateur licenses. We encourage you to join in and participate. Reset. Carriage Radio Club meets monthly on the third Wednesday, which just so happens is this coming Wednesday in a couple of days at the Van Zandt County Library off of FM 859, and that's at 6:30 p.m., 1830 local time. Everybody's welcome to attend and join in. purpose of this net is to build amateur radio use throughout Van Zandt County by providing a venue for amateurs to become proficient and comfortable in speaking over the airways, so that should an emergency arise, we'll be ready to help transmit and receive emergency messages. With that, let's go ahead and break for any emergency traffic at this time. This is Katie5 KJZ. Yeah, this is the part where we don't want to hear anybody. I don't hurt. All right, hearing none. Well, we'll go ahead and begin taking check-ins. With that, if you would, give me your call sign slowly and phonetically, and we'll get you logged in this evening. This is Katie5 KJZ taking check-ins.
Kilo Juliet 5, Hotel Charlie Golf.
Can everybody hear the radio?
5 Delta Lima Papa.
Hey, Brother Dave.
India 5 Alpha Tango Whiskey. Kilo Juliet 5 Hotel Tango Oscar. Kilo 5 Victor Alpha Victor. Kilo Foxtrot 7 Sierra Oscar X-ray.
There's Marie. I'll look up what Kevin's me for jokes. He left me some to use. Kevin, right there. All right. Sound like we got any more. All right. Well, we'll take that short break and go ahead and acknowledge KJ5HCG, W5DLP, WI5ATW, KJ5HTO, KF5VAV, KF7SOX. I heard another station trying, but no audio. So if I didn't call your call sign, let me know and we'll get you checked in. This is Katie5 KJZ. Maybe. Maybe. All right. Well, maybe that's our list for this evening. I know Kevin's out of town, so we'll be missing him this evening. So he sent me a list of a couple of bad dad jokes so I can fill in his absence. But any additional check-ins, we'll check back with you here in just a minute. So we'll go ahead and start with KJ5HCG. If you would give us your name, approximate location, and any traffic you may have for tonight's net.
My name is Charlie. I am located 10 miles south of Canton on Highway 19, 1 mile east on FM 858, approximately. No traffic. Back to net.
All right. Good evening to you, Mr. Charlie. Next, we have W5DLNP. Your check-in, please, sir.
5C L&P. Dave, I'm about 7 miles west of the CHS High School, off 243, about 2 miles south of the highway there, 3 miles south of old Wiley Gun Shop. I have no traffic. Just glad to be here.
Good to have you this evening, Dave. Good to hear you again, Mr. Dave. Glad you're feeling up to joining us this evening. It's always good to hear you. Thank you for your check-in. Next on our list is WI5 ATW.
This is WI5 ATW. My name is Aaron. I'm about a mile north, about 20, off Highway 64, and I have no traffic.
All right, thank you, Aaron. Good to have you this evening, sir. Next on the list, we've got KJ5HTO.
Good evening, everyone. It's KJ5HTO. Name is Matt, located a couple miles east of Canton here at I-20 and 1255, and I have no traffic for the net.
All right. Well, thank you, Matt. Good to have you, sir. Next, we got KF5VAV. Your check-in, please, sir.
Good evening, everybody. This is Cody, KF5VAV on the east side, so leaving 2 miles south, and I have no traffic for the net, but I'm glad to hear someone out there. I hope to see you back. KF5VAV net.
All righty. Thank you, Mr. Cody. Good to hear you this evening. Last but definitely not least, KF7SOX. Your check-in, please.
KF7SOX, this is Marie, calling from downtown Canton. Great to be here, no traffic. KF7SOX, back to next.
All right. Fantastic. Thank you, Marie. Good to hear you again. All right. We'll go ahead and pause and see if there's anybody else that would like to check in and join us for tonight's net. KD5KJZ, taking check-ins one more time before we get going. Anybody else? Any more check-ins? Didn't get our Harv didn't check in from Ohio this evening. Hope he's doing all right. Sure, it's nice and warm up there. All right, hearing none, I guess we'll get moving on. So, since, like I said, Kevin is out of town, he was nice enough to forward me a couple of bad dad jokes. So we'll go ahead and use one for tonight. So with that, we'll see who can get this one. Where do sick boats go to get better? Where do sick boats go to get better? Anybody got any clues on that one? KD5KJZ and the Monday Night Cares Net. Where do sick boats go to get better? Anybody know? Go ahead, Cody. You got an answer for us on that one?
Well, that's where they go for
Sick bay. That's pretty good, Colton. Sick bay. Well, Cody, that is in fact what they were looking for, is the boat dock. So, yeah. Had a couple of others here online said sick bay and the doctor, like in boat dock. But that's just another way of phrasing it. That's all right. All right, moving right along. We got some trivia in regards to hurricanes, since we got a couple of possible chances out there in the Gulf. Well, not in the Gulf, but out in the Atlantic. So just some trivia questions on hurricanes. We'll get started with question number 1 here in just a second. is. All right, here you go. Question number 1. What scale is commonly used to measure the intensity of a hurricane? What scale is commonly used to measure the intensity of a hurricane? Anybody got any clues on that one? Oh, come on. Somebody's got to have a clue. Nobody's taking a guess. Well, anybody want to venture a guess?
KF7 SOX.
Go ahead, Marie. I'm sure you got an answer for us.
Something like that. Fukujima scale? Fukujima or something like that? KF7 SOX.
Well, that's a good guess, but not the one they're looking for on this one. So, they're looking for what scale is commonly used for the measurement of the intensity of a hurricane. They don't say, Colton. They just want to know what scale is commonly used to measure the intensity.
W5DLP.
W5DLNP. Go ahead, sir.
For lack of anything else to call it, I would call it the F scale.
All right. Well, I think everybody's thinking of the Fujita scale, and that is used for tornadoes. And then now we have the enhanced Fujita scale. But the one used for hurricanes is the Saffir-Simpson scale. Saffir-Simpson scale. All right. Here's our next one. What part of a hurricane is typically the calmest? What part of a hurricane is typically the calmest?
SOX.
Oh, she's quick on the key tonight. Go ahead, Marie.
Could it be the I? KF7 SOX.
That is correct, Marie. You got it. The eye of the storm is the calmest on a hurricane. And, well, if you want to hang out and see if it's calm in a tornado, that's fine. But I don't really care to. All right, I didn't get that one posted. Sorry about that. Here's the next one. All right, here's our next one. What is the minimum wind speed for a storm to be classified a hurricane? What is the minimum wind speed for a storm to be classified a hurricane? This is K5, KJZ, and Monday Night CaresNet.
W5DLP.
Jump on in there, Brother Dave. Tell us what it is. Uh-oh, your answer didn't make it, sir. Try one more time. I think you quick keyed on that one.
My guess is 70 miles an hour.
70, sir. All right. Well, David's got us a guess of 7-0. Got a couple here online of 85 and 74. Anybody else got any guesses they'd like to make?
KJ5ACG.
Go ahead, Charlie. What's your guess on that one?
My guess would be 95 miles per hour.
95. Okay. Going up. 95. All right. Well, I guess I'm going to have to go ahead and give this one to Matt online. He said 74, and that is, in fact, the answer they were looking for. 74 miles per hour, or 119 kilometers per hour if anybody's doing the metric conversion. All right. Here's the next one. Online folks, y'all can get started on that one. All right. Okay, here's our next one. In which ocean do hurricanes typically not form? In which ocean do hurricanes typically not form? Anybody got any guesses for us? Uh-oh. I think I stumped everybody.
CL and the P.
Indian Ocean. Okay. Go ahead, Brother Dave.
Yes, sir. My guess is the Pacific.
All righty. Well, we got us a guess of the Pacific, however you want to pronounce it. Anybody else got a guess? That's not the one they're looking for.
KJ5ACG.
Charlie G, I bet you got an answer for us. Go ahead, sir.
I have an answer. Don't know about it. How about the Arctic Ocean?
Arctic. Yeah, you don't hear hurricanes up there in the Arctic or the Antarctic. That is a good guess. Yeah, you don't hear of any hurricanes out in the Arctic or the Antarctic. But again, that's not the one they're looking for. Anybody else? Indian Ocean's a good guess. Not the one they're looking for, though. All right. Well, we'll go ahead and let everybody off the hook on this one. It is, wait for it. It is the South Atlantic Ocean. That's the one they're looking for. South Atlantic Ocean. All right, here's our next one. All right, here's your next one. What year was Hurricane Katrina? Everybody remembers that one. That was a big one. What year was Hurricane Katrina? One of the most devastating hurricanes in the U.S. What year was Hurricane Katrina? Anybody remember?
KJ5ACG.
All righty. Charlie's quick on the draw on this one. I bet he's got the answer. Oh, he nailed it. Yes, sir. Nailed that one. 2005 is the correct answer that they're looking for. Good job, Charlie. All right, here's the next one for y'all. What government agency in the U.S. is primarily responsible for tracking hurricanes? What government agency in the U.S. is primarily responsible for tracking hurricanes? Anybody guess on that one? 20 years. Yeah, Matt. It's been 20 years. That's hard to believe.
J5HTO.
Go ahead, Matt. No,
Is
not
it
National
NOAA?
Weather, not the National Weather Service. Well, it's not NOAA and it's not the National Weather Service. Who else can y'all think of? What other government agency might it be? Uh-oh. Stumped everybody. Well, it's in the name. I'll give you that much. The National Hurricane Center. The National Hurricane Center. See, I knew it was easy. It just everybody's making it too hard for yourself. Anyway, moving right along. All right, here's your next one. What is the term for a hurricane that occurs in the western Pacific Ocean? What is the term for a hurricane that occurs in the western Pacific Ocean? Any guesses?
KF7 SOS.
Oh, Marie's quick on the draw. She's got it. I know she does. Go ahead and tell us what it is.
I'm not sure, but is it a cyclone? It's KF7 SOS.
Ah, Marie nailed it. Yes, in fact, it is a typhoon. Good job. Okay. Yep, typhoon. All right, we'll go ahead and use this one as our last one for tonight's questions on hurricanes. What is the name of a rotating storm system that forms over warm ocean water and is called a hurricane in the Atlantic? What is the name of the rotating storm system that forms over warm ocean water and it's in the Atlantic? What would that one be called? Uh-oh. Did I stump everybody? Uh-oh. Sound of silence. That's not good. Anybody got any clues on that one? What is the name of a rotating storm system that forms over the warm ocean water and is called a hurricane in the Atlantic?
CL and a P.
Go ahead, Brother Dave. Fill us in.
The only thing that comes to my mind is a tropical depression.
Yeah, I know the question's a bit confusing, but you are so close to the right answer, sir. The answer they are looking for is a tropical cyclone. So once it's already been a depression, it becomes a tropical cyclone. And just for everybody's own edification, a cyclone, a hurricane, a typhoon, and including a tornado are all nothing more than formations of a cyclone. They're all cyclones. We just choose to give them different names or different identifiers. But anyway, that's tonight's information on hurricanes. All right, well, with that, if anybody's interested, you can always jump on the National Hurricane Center and check out what they're doing. But also, there's I can't think of the frequency now, Dave. Maybe you can fill us in. I'm drawing a blank. What frequency in HF that everybody could listen to? I know it's 40 meters and 80 meters, but now I can't remember what it is. But anyway, if anybody's inclined to do some listening on hurricane activity, give it a try. But with that, we'll go ahead and start our checkouts, and we'll go ahead and start at the top of the list just to throw everybody off. So we're going to start with Charlie D. Your checkout, please, sir, and hope to see everybody on Wednesday at the monthly meeting. Charlie G., your checkout.
This is Charlie G, KJ5ACG. A good one tonight. Appreciate it, Randy. Good job. I am looking forward to seeing everybody there Wednesday night if I can remember about it, which is kind of a problem sometimes. And it is also great to hear Brother Dave back in there again. All right. Y'all have a good week. See y'all day after tomorrow about this time. KJ5ACG, back to the net.
Thank you, Charlie G. Yeah, good to hear you this evening. And just for everybody else's edification, Misty over in Ireland is watching our YouTube feed. She says it's a whopping 29 degrees Celsius over there, which translates to about 85 degrees. So, yeah, we're a little jealous. That'd be nice right about now. All right, next on our checkout list, we got the 5DLNP.
Thank you, sir. The 5DLNP. It was a very good bid. I did indeed enjoy the questions about hurricanes and those sort of things. It's very appropriate for us to have that right now. Thank you, sir. And I believe it is 3.935 on 80 meters if anyone wants to monitor the
That sounds about right.
Southwest Hurricane Net, I think is what it's called. I think that's right. I need to check in and monitor every once in a while, see what's going on. But I don't have an antenna, so we're still waiting on that to get rectified. Other than that, I have no more Southeast Hurricane Net. Yeah, it's not west. Anyway, W5DLNP. I'll get out of here. Good night, all.
All right, Mr. Dave, good to hear you this evening, sir. Appreciate you being here. And like I say, it's always great to hear you on the radio. Thank you for your input. Hope to see you on Wednesday if you can make it, sir. All right, next on our list is WI5ATW. Mr. Aaron, your checkout, please, sir.
WI5ATW. Appreciate you doing the net. I enjoyed it. I didn't know any answers, but I learned something. It's good to hear all y'all, and I have no further traffic.
All right, Aaron. Yeah, thanks for being here. All right. Well, just looked it up, folks. Before we move on too much further, So 14.325 and 7.268 are the two frequencies they use in HF for the hurricane weather net. Anyway, so if you're so inclined and have the opportunity, give it a listen. They're not active right at the moment, so you might want to jot those down for ready reference. Next on the list, KJ5 HTO. Your checkout, please, sir.
Great job tonight, Randy, online and on the radio. So enjoyed the questions, enjoyed hearing everybody in there. Look forward to seeing everybody on Wednesday. Y'all have a great rest of your week. KJ5 HTO, back to net.
All righty, Matt. Yep, good to hear you this evening, sir. Yep, looking forward to seeing you in person on Wednesday. Thank you, sir, for being here. Have a good evening. Next on our list, KF5 VAV.
That, Randy. Appreciate it. Hope all y'all are doing well. Hope to see everybody can make it out. Hope y'all KF5 VAV clear.
All right, thank you, Cody. Good to hear you this evening, sir. And if you would, please be sure that other repeater is in your truck and bring it on Wednesday so we can try to get that diagnosed. Thank you, sir. Next on the list, definitely not least, KF7 SOX. Marie, your checkout, please.
Thank you, Randy, for running the net. Appreciate that. KF7 SOX. I hope everyone has a good evening, and I hope to see all y'all Wednesday. I looks like I'll be able to make it, so good to hear all y'all. So this is KF7 SOX, back to net.
Outstanding. Well, we look forward to seeing you as well, Marie. Thank y'all all for being here this evening. Good little net. Good group of folks. Appreciate y'all checking in with us. All right. This is KD5 KJZ. We're going to go ahead and close down Monday Night Cares Net. Return the repeater back to normal amateur use. Y'all have a good evening and a good week. Look forward to seeing everybody that can make it on Wednesday. KD5 KJZ clear. All right, everybody online, y'all have a good one. Misty, hope you enjoy that 29 degrees weather out there in Ireland. And hope to see you and hear you again next week. Check in with us. We appreciate it. Y'all have a good evening. Talk at y'all later.